Good evening. I'm Nancy Houghton, the Director of the Chester County Intermediate Unit Practical Nursing Program. I'm pleased to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of class number 126. I would like to introduce Dr. Stephen Gerhard, the Assistant Executive Director of the Chester County Intermediate Unit. We are thrilled that he could be with us tonight.
Hello, and congratulations. On behalf of the entire Chester County Intermediate Unit, I am Dr. Steve Gerhard, Assistant Executive Director. It is my honor to recognize you for your accomplishments in what is our 126th cohort of students to have graduated from our practical nursing program started in 1956. This year's cohort is truly a special one. You have experienced a year unlike any other. I am sure it has challenged each of you personally, as you have had to quickly react and adapt to new learning experiences brought on by the pandemic. I am hopeful that this experience has fortified who you are as a person and affirmed your calling to the healthcare field. I understand that great leadership has emerged among this cohort. You have risen to the occasion and supported each other, as well as provided critical tutoring to the newer students so they too could continue to learn and succeed in such a rigorous program. You have learned firsthand how nursing truly is a team sport. This past year has seen a much-deserved recognition for our healthcare workers and the selfless commitment they make every day by running toward helping others in need. You will now join this most heroic group of people. All my best to each of you in personal and professional fulfillment as you move into employment during a time when you are needed now more than ever. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Gerhard. Graduates, please stand. Upon achievement of program requirements, these graduates have successfully completed a Pennsylvania State Board of Nursing approved and ASIN accredited practical nursing program. It is with great pride that I present to you the 126th full-time class of the Chester County Intermediate Unit Practical Nursing Program. At this time, I would like to present the class number 126 awards. Congratulations to class 126 salutatorian, Anitra Wilson. Anitra is described by faculty as always smiling and personable with a spirit of inquiry. Nice work, Anitra. At this time, I am pleased to congratulate as class 126 valedictorian, Juan R. Lopez Morales. Juan has a history with the practical nursing program, assisting our students with math tutoring years ago at Cap Brandywine in Coatesville. Faculty describe him as a team player, natural-born leader, as well as a cheerleader for his classmates and other newer students. He has a strong work ethic and is a great role model. At this time, I would like to introduce Juan R. Lopez Morales, who will be offering a few remarks.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, staff, and fellow graduates of Class 126 of the PNP program. I would like to start with a quote that I heard a long time ago. Do not dwell on your potential, instead embrace your reality. And Class 126 have demonstrated that by embracing our reality, we can achieve our potential. When we started this program back in November 2019, we didn't know that a pandemic was approaching us. We completed level 1 in the classroom, and we went to clinicals in person. On March 2020, we were asked to leave at the clinical site. Then a couple days later, we were taught to join class virtually. Most of us didn't even know what that meant. However, we embraced this new reality and we continue to thrive in the program. We form study groups, we share study materials, and we always look out for each other. Our instructors didn't know how long this was going to last. They didn't even know about the pandemic. However, the quality of the education that they deliver never wavered. I would like to take a minute to acknowledge the administration, staff, faculty of the PNP program. They didn't know that a pandemic was approaching us either. However, they embraced this new reality and continue to give us the quality of education that we expected. They found new ways to to deliver this education to us. Granted, it was a little weird to insert a catheter into a bottle or to record ourselves doing a wound dressing changes into our kids' stuffed animals. But we acquired these skills and then we practiced them when we were allowed back into the lab. On a personal note, I want to thank my family, especially my wife, for being supportive and being a beacon of inspiration. I would also like to take the liberty to speak for the class and say thank you to all of our instructors. Without your wisdom and guidance, we wouldn't be here. Today you celebrate a job well done, and we hope to make you all proud. Class 126, we did it. We completed the program. You're all going to be great nurses, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Juan, for those remarks. I'm happy to introduce the students' requested guest speaker, Teresa Beaute. Terry is a former practical nursing program instructor for 16 years. This was her last class. She also works as a nurse at Penn Medicine Chester County Hospital for over 30 years on the front lines, and most recently has been working in vaccinating our community. I'm so happy to introduce Terry Beaute as our guest speaker.
Good evening. It is my sincere honor and pleasure to be with you, famous Class 126. I hope you are hooping and hollering with joy on your accomplishment. My name is Terry Beaute, and I had the pleasure and privilege to work with Class 126 during their Level 2 clinical and lab. Class 126 is famous because they were my last class that I had as an instructor at PNP. I'm currently at Penn Medicine Chester County Hospital in my 36th year of nursing. The PNP students are still known as the best of the best at Chester County. Flashback, March 13th, 2020, Friday the 13th. That is the day we as clinical instructors were informed that would be our last day in the hospital with students due to COVID-19. Most schools were closed down, but not nursing school, and we would learn to navigate Zoom as a part of our curriculum. We got a glimpse into each other's makeshift study spaces. We met your children and your pets. We took proctored tests in cars, and we even had a baby. I always say nursing is a team sport, and I was so grateful that you supported each other during these 3 months. I was also grateful to have the support of Mrs. Berkman and Mrs. Waltz, who helped us deliver curriculum to you, and Mrs. Freever and Mrs. Hodge as we figured out how to do a makeshift lab while we learned how to tape ourselves doing skills. Remember, you are resilient. And that resiliency will serve you well in your nursing career. Nursing is known as one of the most trusted professions, so make sure you take time as you're caring for others to care for yourself. So remember, put on your oxygen mask first. Take care of yourself so you're able to take care of others. Remember to rest. It's very important to show up ready to roll and ready to be present for your patients. Exercise. Nursing is a physical job. Keep yourself in shape. Clear out. Declutter. Declutter your thoughts, declutter your space, and be present to where you are with your patients. Learn something new. Every day we are changing as we practice evidence-based medicine. Keep up with your profession. And spend time with your patients. After you do all the technical things, it's always the high touch and the high versus the high tech that'll bring you the most joy. Remember, provide compassionate care. Compassionate care is good for us all. So let me be the first to welcome you as new colleagues to nursing, the famous Class of 126. Cheers, go forward, be brilliant.
Thank you for those inspiring words. Graduates at home, please stand as we recite the Practical Nurses Pledge. I sincerely pledge myself to dedicate my life to the delivery of health care, to maintain high standards of personal ethics, and to advance the knowledge of my profession. I will endeavor to conserve life, alleviate suffering, and promote health. I will be an advocate to those in need and provide for the well-being of those in my care without prejudice. I will not use my knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity, neither will I disclose any personal matters entrusted to me. With integrity, I will practice my vocation as a responsible member of the healthcare profession. I will follow these precepts and guard them sacredly. I would like to ask the class officers to stand and be recognized for their leadership as I call their names. Class officers for class number 126. Juan R. Lopez Morales, President. Casey Pitcher, Vice President. Kimberly Rios Gonzalez, Secretary. Charlotte Huff, Treasurer. Tanea Branch, Resource. Thank you to all the class officers for your outstanding service to your classmates and our program. We have a special ceremony with the Nightingale lamp. During the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale gained the nickname the Lady with the Lamp, deriving from a phrase in a report in the London Times, which described her as a ministering angel whose slender form glides quietly along each corridor. She may be observed alone with a little lamp in her hand, making her solitary rounds, caring for the sick and wounded soldiers. Within 6 months of her arrival in Scutari, the mortality rate dropped from 42.7% to 2.2%. She was also one of the earliest nursing statisticians. Florence insisted on adequate lighting, diet, hygiene, and activity. She was well ahead of her time. She understood even then that the mind and body worked together, that cleanliness helped to prevent infection, and that it promoted healing. As a symbol of unity and the caring in the nursing profession, our graduating class officers will pass the lamp to the officers of the next graduating class, reminding them in our high-tech healthcare world not to lose sight of the caring component of nursing. Thank you for helping us continue this tradition. Our graduates always request that we acknowledge the practical nursing staff and faculty at graduation. I'm sure many stories have been shared with you during their time with us. To introduce our faculty and staff, Teresa Berkman, Michelle Carpenter, Julia Freevert, Sharon Hodge, Lisa Hodgkiss, Jamie McCabe, Michelle Regner, Talonda Rogers, Dan Schultz, Charlene Smith, Marianne Stiles, Lauren Unruh, Leslie Waltz, and Karen Warren. These are our wonderful faculty and support the students throughout the year. Leslie James, along with Maria Schultz, keep our program and our office running smoothly and work to help meet students' needs on a daily basis. This team is what makes our program so special. Their experience and their dedication to our students is like no other program. Thank you all. As I share often with the students and graduates, we are most thankful to have met each of them. Our life is changed as each class teaches us some life lessons. In the end, we are better teachers and better people because of having met all of you. Thank you. Attaining academic excellence in such a rigorous program is commendable. I would like to recognize graduates who were inducted into the National Association of Licensed Practical Nurses Honor Society, having demonstrated this achievement. Blake Aponte, Gabrielle Appelbach, Marquetta Boyer, Tanea Branch, Samantha Franciscus, Paris Gale, Rebecca Greenman, Charlotte Huff, Ashley Jordan, Sharita Cates, Amelia Keylor, Brenna Lessick, Juan R. Lopez Morales, Erin Madden, Daisy Pimentel, Emily Samoilo, April Stacy, Manisha Thapa, Alexa Torres, Anitra Wilson. All graduates who have achieved this Honor Society status, Please stand at home and be recognized. PNP ambassadors represent the practical nursing program at school or community events, volunteering their own time above and beyond school hours. This is an area which employers like to see on resumes and shows that a potential employee gives back to their community. Please give a round of applause to the following students for their great effort in supporting our community as PNP ambassadors: Samantha Franciscus, Ashley Jordan, Juan R. Lopez Morales. Thank you to our PNP ambassadors. And now we will be awarding the diplomas. Each student received a school pin. Every school has a distinct pin which easily identifies the graduates to their fellow alumni and is a source of pride. We always wear our school pins over our heart. Due to the current COVID-19 restrictions in place, and to make sure we are doing our part to stop the spread, we were able to previously record in a safe manner our students walking across the stage. All students who participated wore masks, observed 6 feet of social distancing, and followed all other protocols and guidelines issued by the Chester County Health Department, the Pennsylvania Department of Health, and the Governor's Office. We look forward to the day when we can resume our normal celebrations. However, until then, as healthcare professionals, we want to make sure we are doing our part to help our colleagues who are on the front lines in the fight against COVID. I thank our students for their understanding and support both over the last year, as well as the sacrifices they have made to help keep us all safe. Please enjoy this pre-recorded commencement segment. Blake Aponte. Gabrielle Appelbach. Marquita Boyer. Tanea Branch. Caitlin Chigumbura. Shakira J. DeVault. Samantha Lynn Franciscus. Paris Gale. Jamie Garcia Nunez. Alicia Hope Gilliam. Rebecca Greenman. Gabrielle B. Reiser. Charlotte Mary Huff. Ashley L. Jordan. Sharita S. Cates. Amelia G. Keylor. Brenna Ruth Lessick. Tanya L. Lewis. Juan R. Lopez Morales. Aaron Teresa Madden. Elizabeth Neone. Shanae Parker. Daisy Pimentel. Casey Elizabeth Pitcher. Kimberly Rios Gonzalez. Emily Joyce Samoilo. April Stacy. Manisha Thapa. Alexa Torres. Anitra Wilson. Thank you and congratulations to Class 126 on your outstanding achievement and graduation. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our clinical site partners for their support in helping out students to be prepared to enter the nursing field. Thank you all. I especially want to thank you all for joining us as our guests here this evening. To conclude our ceremony, I present to you our newest nurse colleagues, the graduates of class number 126. We will conclude our ceremony with a set of thank you messages from our graduates. It has been a long tradition in our program to give our graduates the opportunity to thank their friends, classmates, instructors, families, and loved ones for their support. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Stay well, and congrats again to our newest nurse colleagues, the graduates of class number 126.